Preston hit every one of his milestones as a baby, and then when he was about almost 2, he started to kind of regress and he lost some of his words. So he was able to say mama, dada, and then he kind of stopped talking.
Her doctors are like, you know, we think speech, OTPT, continuing all the therapies, and then we noticed really none of that was helping either.
I mean, it was very frustrating because you just wanted some kind of answer as to what the problem is, and let's see if somebody can try to help us to fix it. It was just hard not knowing.
When I would type in the search bar, it would be like 0 search results. The lack of knowledge that our local doctors had was scary, but even the lack in the world was just like, we felt really lonely.
We did the whole exome testing, and it came back that he had the TBL1XR1 disorder.
I'm glad we have a diagnosis because we have something to go off of. The lack of research and really resources is the downfall of it. Nobody really understands it because you say TBL1XR1, somebody's like, what is that?
Our geneticists were 350 miles away, and their goal was to name it, and once they named it, they did kind of say, there's nothing more we can do for you.
Getting the diagnosis was not as helpful or fulfilling as you might think it would be because it's an ultra-rare disease. Nice to have something to focus on, and then really frustrating to go out and try to understand more about it and to have almost nothing there to help us with a path forward. We created Fly Little Bird because there wasn't a foundation to support this disease, and without a foundation to raise awareness and generate research with ultra-rare diseases, if it's not the parents and caregivers doing it, nothing's going to happen.
The first step of having any sort of understanding or treatment is to form a family group, a patient advocacy group, because then we can collect data on a larger scale. We can see more kids, we can understand what symptoms they're having, what is important to the families, and where to go from there.
My dream is that it will get to the point of clinical trials or a treatment that will markedly improve the quality of life for our children. We're doing everything we can to get there and to partner with the right researchers to push that forward.
The Fly Little Bird Foundation, it opened up this community, but it's so nice to get answers from other parents on things that they're going through. The doctors don't even know, and so just us parents being able to bounce off of each other is amazing.
Just being able to say the name of the genetic mutation and have somebody show some sort of a glimmer that they know what you're talking about, that's huge. And then to be able to say, hey, my child is having these symptoms. Have you all ever experienced this?
Being around other people as caregivers, they're doing hard things, I'm doing hard things, we're all doing hard things, but we're doing it together, which is kind of nice.
Traditionally, the model has been to say, this is what you have, give a diagnosis, and offer not much in terms of treatment. I realized there are treatment options that are available, and I became more interested in helping communities like this find some of those options. There's really nothing as a physician like that experience of seeing patient after patient with the same diagnosis, the ability to see similarities, the ability to pull out common concerns from the parents and the families, identify features that are similar between individuals.
The more kids you can identify and bring into a study at a center like this, the better you're going to understand the disease. So you can say, hey, this is what the disease is, this is how we can treat it.
I hope that the work that we're doing right now lays the groundwork for understanding of this disorder and really starts the ball rolling towards getting trials and treatments moving for the future.
I hope they leave with more hope than they had beforehand, that they're not alone and that they have a community that they can reach out to and that will help support them, and that people are working on understanding their child's disease better and are working to try to come up with treatments for their children to improve their lives.